Eating disorders is never just about food. Food becomes a battleground for unspoken emotion. So what does that mean? That means that instead of articulating how we feel, what's going on, because let's face it, we're not always able to identify our emotions, especially in the moment, and we're not always able to process those emotions. So instead, our body just reacts. Unconsciously, we go on autopilot and we just react. So we might either restrict our eating or completely stop. We might binge, or we might binge and purge. So then what happens? These behaviors then become the primary aspect, the forefront of what is seen that defines the diagnosis. And that becomes problematic because what is unseen is what is now not being heard, what is hidden behind the food, what is hidden behind the behaviors, which is the emotional pain. Body image battles often mask this shame. So for instance, if you are someone who is going through their teenagehood and you're just trying to find your sense of self, trying to find your identity, you're trying to fit in. For some people, they take this literally. You might be one of them. So if you take this literally and you try to fit in, you might be trying to diet in many different ways. You're restricting your eating, you're binging and purging, all as a means to try to fit into the next big trending pair of jeans, or to follow that influencer, or to do this because your peers are telling you that this is a good thing to do, or everybody is doing it so you need to follow suit. No. This becomes problematic because then you don't have a sense of self and you can get lost. So what ends up happening is you try to fit into other people's perspective of who you feel you should be, instead of trying to fit the frame of who you think you should be, who you want to be, who you aspire to be. When it comes to eating disorders, it is so complex. And the reason being is because you may be struggling with addiction behaviors as well. You might also be struggling with some other components too, such as other diagnoses like borderline personality disorder, a trauma. Some other things are layered on top of the eating disorder. It's never just about the food, and it's never just about the weight loss. Those are small components of really what's underneath. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Instead, we really need to dive deep. To do so, you can start doing your own work by doing some self-help stuff. You can have a resource. Access our resource, the Ultimate Mental Health Toolbox. This allows you to have the education, like a therapist, to understand the various different theories that influence the practical application of certain therapies and treatments. So then you can learn to practically apply and help yourself develop coping strategies, a personalized toolbox for yourself, as well as learn techniques on how to build insight. In addition, you can also reach out to the Mind People. So the link is below. You can reach out to the Mind People, you can schedule a consultation, and then you can discuss what is important to you and what your goals are. So then this way, we can also personalize some resources and provide that package of care for you as well. So just remember, even though that you might be experiencing something that is complex, something that is maybe very difficult to overcome, know this, that you do have resources and opportunities available to achieve your goals. It's just a matter of taking that action, taking that responsibility. And we can take it one step at a time. Wherever you are seeking treatment, just go at your own pace, provide your own feedback, because that is so important that you ensure that you have a therapist that knows what they're doing and is a good fit for you. So make sure that you are providing that feedback. You are talking about when you're angry. You are talking about when you're experiencing something positive. You're talking about when you're feeling stuck. This way, let the clinician help you. And if you think that this clinician is not a good fit, then let them know and leave and find someone else. Because a good fit is so important when you're diving deep into these complex and very vulnerable issues.